This is how you check for play on a turbo. This applies to any internal combustion engine, so that's whether it be diesel or petrol. The concept's the same. So what you want to do is you want to remove the main intake to the turbo. So on the turbine side, on the cold side, you want to remove the pipe here and you want to get access to the turbine. When you do that, then you can basically stick your hand in there. Make sure the engine's cold, obviously. Spin the turbine. Make sure it's free. Also, try and show it as best as I can. You would imagine it's a bit difficult trying to show it, but so what you want to do is you want to get in there and you want to check for axial play, so both on the horizontal and vertical plane. It was difficult to show what I was checking for on the turbo, so in the next video you'll see me testing a turbo on the bench and showing you exactly what to check for. You're checking for in and out play, then you want to move it from side to side like this. So move it side to side, check for excessive play there, and move it diagonally as well. So move it all around, hold this, move it side to side, and pull it in and out. You also want to spin it and check and make sure that it spins freely. It should spin freely without any binding or any rough noises or anything of that sort. If it feels rough, then that indicates the bearings are worn. Also, if you got excessive play, like something like this is over exaggerated, but you got something like this, like in and out, excessive play, or side to side, just like that, say, that also indicates a bad bearing or bad oiling issues. And you definitely want to remove the turbocharger and you want to investigate further as to why and what has caused the problem. You never just want to replace the turbo, because chances are it might occur again. So you want to investigate and to see why the problem occurred in the first place, because turbos should technically last the life of the engine, but a lot of variables come into play, such as lack of servicing or foreign debris or improper work procedures when carrying out services, things of that nature. You want to investigate all of that. You want to check your oiling system, make sure your oil pump is working appropriately, and you want to make sure that there's no excessive leaks or anything of that sort that's caused the turbo to fail. So always investigate as to what the problem can be before going and just replacing the turbo. So like I said, this one had, I've pulled it apart fully, completely to investigate. Basically, see the oil ring over there, that's the oil ring. Both these turbos failed from a lack of servicing, and as a result it had excessive play, so the up and down movement and in and out. So this caused the oil seal to fail and excessive oil to be blown into the intercooler, which as a result caused the intercooler, which had plastic tanks on either side, it caused the intercooler to leak as well. So the intercooler had to be replaced too. So as long as you check your turbos and make sure you maintain your engines on a regular basis, change the oil, you shouldn't have any problems with the turbos or anything. Following video shows the turbos before they were dismantled, and it shows exactly what the play was with them. This is how you test a turbo if it's got excessive play. So at the moment it's still got the exhaust manifold on. On your vehicle, you remove the intake pipe, whatever that may be. On this 515 CDI Sprinter, it's an internal O-ring type with the pipe, because it runs a twin turbo system. But you would basically spin it like so, and just check and make sure it spins freely. That's the first test. Second is you move it up and down, so you shake the shaft up and down. Don't know if you can see that, but it's got excessive play. And the final test is you hold the shaft or hold the nut and just pull it in and out. Don't know if you can see that, but it's definitely has excessive play. You can even hear it. And when you pull it out of the vehicle, and when you want to really test it, you can get a dial indicator and you can check for radial, axial, and shaft play. There's plenty of videos on YouTube showing you how to do that, but in this instance you can instantly tell that there's something wrong. This is still on a vehicle. It's a bit difficult to try and get a dial indicator in there. That's where you can just get in there and just feel it and just check for a plate. You can even see it a bit. And also check the impeller, see if there's any chips or anything of that nature. This one looks fine, but it's always best to double check, especially if you're buying a second-hand or used turbo. That'll give you a good indicator whether it needs a rebuild or similar. If you do find the turbo has excessive play and when you pull it out of the vehicle, the next step is, after you complete all your checks on the cold side, you want to check the hot side. So you want to come on this side and you want to do the same checks here. You want to make sure that the impeller is not damaged. You can reach in there and do the same test. Here you can see a lot more obviously. You can see the play there. You can hear this is going in and out. This is going up and down. So that's how you check your turbos. And if you catch it early enough, you can save everything, and you just have to really get all the rebuild parts and just rebuild it and get it balanced, and you should be good to go from there. Okay, if you have any questions, just leave them down below, and if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Thanks guys.